How's it going, guys? Daniel here again, coming at you through God's grace on yet another ATM video. First and foremost, if you guys like this content, if you guys like what I bring to the table here on YouTube, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and please hit the bell notification because I do post a lot. Right now I am at zero subscribers. And so I don't think that's because I have bad content. I think it's just because I'm new. So please be the first one, second one, 10th one, 100th one, and hit that subscribe button if you like my content. Diving into our topic today, as you can tell by either the name or the thumbnail, we are talking about how hard is the ATM business just in general. I think this is kind of broken up into two different parts. How hard is it to start, and then how hard is it to maintain? So first off, to start, it's hard. Not hard as impossible. Obviously it can be done. There's people who do it. I do it. It's not impossible to do, especially if you have some determination. But it is, there is some barriers to entry into this business. One of the main ones is honestly just the opening up a business bank account. Everything else is pretty easy to kind of get over. It just takes some time to start it. As I mentioned before, the first thing to do would be to open up the LLC or other business entity with your state. That's not hard. Neither necessarily is finding an ATM provider where to physically buy the ATM from. That's relatively easy as well. Where you're going to start running into a few problems and where you're going to be calling around quite a bit is when you're finding the processor. Because there are many processors out there, but a lot of them are gonna offer you just absolute stinky terrible deals, like bad deals. They really want to take advantage of you, and you don't want to be taken advantage of. This is a business. I definitely recommend not taking the first yes that you get or the first company that you call. Make sure you do your research, or if you want to make it easy on yourself, check out my my online course, my online package. And then the second thing that you're going to run into that's going to be probably a great big hurdle is finding a bank to open your business bank account with, because as I've said before, 99.9% of banks want nothing to do with the ATM business for a variety of reasons. But that's just kind of the way it is. And then finding like business insurance and who to use as an internet provider, not great hurdles, although it will take you some time to wade through all of them. You know, you'll have to start doing some Google searches, stuff like that. Most of the ones that pop up on Google, to be honest with you, are really bad, and just want to take advantage of you in all different ways. There are a lot of companies that are the big companies like ATM Depot, the Cardtronics, which are like, you know, the kind of the two biggies. They pretty much target people like you or people that are trying to get into the ATM business quick and easy, and that don't know really anything about it. So they target you on purpose, because they give you really bad deals, and they sign you up for 5-year contracts, so you're stuck in those bad deals whether you like it or not. Now moving on to the second part of what I was talking about, it's not that hard to maintain the ATM business up until a certain point. Now that point might be different for you versus when it's different for me versus when it's different for someone else, but at a certain point I feel like it does actually get harder to start maintaining your ATMs versus starting the business, because if you have 5 ATMs, 10 ATMs, even 20 ATMs, it's not that hard, right? I mean, the main thing you have to do is really two things. Obviously filling up the ATMs, so you'll have to create a route and kind of create a schedule on when to go fill them up. That's not including, you know, the money that goes in there. So when you have 20 ATMs, I mean, you're definitely putting at least 10-20 grand that's just sitting in ATMs all at any given time. So you have to come up with that capital as well, but you can build your way up from there. But once you start getting up to like 100 ATMs, or probably even before then, it does become a lot. I mean, you have to, especially if you're doing it you yourself, or if like it's you, your wife, or you and your husband, or you and your kids doing it, that does make it easier. The more people that you have like within your circle, doing it, just because you don't necessarily have to pay them, or you could pay them in different ways, or pay them anyway. But at a certain point, you're gonna need to start hiring people, unless you really want to be wasting almost every day of your week, like reloading your ATMs, monitoring them, seeing how much they make, seeing how much is left in them. It's quite a bit of work once it gets to a certain point. Now, I'm not at that point yet. I don't have 100 ATMs. I don't have 90 ATMs, but I just know, I'm just kind of looking forward to the future of being like, I know that it's going to get to that point eventually. But when you have 100 ATMs, is it really, you got to ask yourself, is it really going to be that hard to like hire someone to do the route for you? I would hope not. I would hope that throughout all those ATMs, you would have built up this network, or this you would have built up this revenue stream that would allow you to hire someone at a certain point. Because to be honest with you, my goal at a certain point, I don't know if this is going to be in the next year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, or whatever, but at a certain point, I'm planning on making the ATM business 100% passive, at least for me, right? And that's the great thing about America, is that you have to own something to really make money. And that now I'll be owning my business and owning the ATMs, owning the money that goes in it. So at a certain point, I'll just be able to hire someone to do all the dirty work, and I'll just be collecting my revenue. So to answer today's question with a singular answer, just as a general, I would say no. It's not hard to start or maintain the ATM business, but keep that in mind with some of the things that I said earlier. It is hard, but it's worth it. So just keep going, keep moving. Or if you just want to make it really easy on yourself, go check out my ATM business bundle, and it'll get you from 0 to 100, and you'll be able to just coast right into it. The only thing you'll have to worry about at that point is finding the location to actually put your ATMs at. But all the other legwork will be easy for you, and you won't have to deal with all that hassle. So guys, thank you so much. If you made it this far in the video, please give me a like and subscribe. I've been seeing my numbers go up on the analytics pretty good, so that's encouraging. But please, I'm still at 0 subscribers. Be the first one. But until next time, guys, till the next video, we'll see you then, and God bless.